Hello and welcome to Long Island Weather Reports. It is November the 7th, 2024, and we have a red flag warning now in effect for the area. And you can see we've got the red flag. It's the entire area, pretty much almost all the way from Boston all the way down to Washington, D.C., a red flag warning in effect because of the low humidity, lack of rainfall, all the this is going to be in effect from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. for Friday. So, yep, and let's see, the one for Jersey, probably the same. Yeah, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we have a number of wildfires burning in New Jersey. I haven't heard of any on Long Island, but there may be some as well. And tomorrow the conditions are going to be getting a lot worse for the wildfires. 56 at Islip, and it was another warm day today. 43. Somehow there is radiational cooling going on at Kabreski Airport. Otherwise, temperatures are generally in the mid-50s. 46 at Miller Air Park. I'm kind of curious if they've seen any smoke in that area. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any reports of smoke. But let's go look at the highs today across the area. And another warm day again today. Let's see. Here we go again with this issue with the highs not showing up. Yeah, mid-70s again today in much of the area, pretty much. No sea breezes, so everybody got to the mid-70s with that westerly wind. For Jersey as well. Show up in here. Yeah, look at that. Upper 70s, still close to 80 in Tom's River today. Yeah, 79 at Miller Air Park. So, man, just incredibly warm for this time of the year. Just really incredible. Lows, not going to show up on here, but the lows really are the current temperatures. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm wondering if we have an issue with maybe if I go into incognito, it work properly. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we've got this red flag warning, and the dew points have dropped into the 40s now, dew point of 41. So we're going to have these low dew points, stronger winds tomorrow. That all leads to conditions that are going to be favorable for the spread of wildfires. Looking at the satellite, the clouds kind of move to the south. Can't really see any of the smoke from these wildfires, but I think that's going to be pretty evident on the satellite tomorrow because I don't think they're really going to be able to get much of a handle on them at all. We have a number of wildfires that started in New Jersey. You really can't see them too well because of the high clouds, but we have a number of wildfires that started in New Jersey. You see, there's that red flag warning again for our area. Let's look at any records broken today. I don't see any records, but we'll just look at the ice slip high here. High of 74, which was 17 degrees above normal for the day. So just really, really warm. And if we go ahead and we look at the Newark one, where it was even higher, let's go over there. They got up to 78 today. High of 78. 20 degrees above normal for them. So, yeah, it's absolutely just crazy kind of warmth for November. Just another sign of our climate. But that's not a priority for people. And so, let's go and get the latest at Hurricane Raphael. Latest public advisory. Raphael gets a little better organized as it moves westward over the Gulf of Mexico. As of 9 p.m., its location 24.6 north, 87.1 west, about 280 miles northeast of Progreso, Mexico, and about 635 miles east of the mouth of the Rio Grande. Maximum sustained winds are 105 miles an hour. Moving west at 9 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure 965 millibars to 8.50 inches. And the hurricane force winds extend out to 30 miles to the center. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 115 miles from the center. And again, this is going to be a storm that's going to be out in the middle of the ocean. So not really going to bother anyone. It's going to be in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. But it could cause some rough surf possibly along the Gulf Coast. But other than that, I'm not really going to talk too much about it because it's not really going to be. Yeah, we'll just go over the advisories, and that's pretty much it. Looking at the radar, obviously nothing in our area. The nearest storm system is over the Southern Plains coming out. You can see if we go, we take our weather map out, you'll see that we've got a winter weather. Is that a blizzard warning? That is a blizzard warning for east-north. That is a blizzard warning for northeastern. Is that Colorado? Northeastern New Mexico, actually. That's my New Mexico. It's not Colorado. It says Colorado Plateau. But, it's northeastern New Mexico. That's incredible. Look at that. They're going to be getting a lot of snow over there. Um, that's where the winter weather advisory is. Meanwhile, it looks like another red flag warning in effect for California and air quality alerts too. I think there might be some wildfires going over there. Actually, we're gonna go to the Kona's view. Give you the view here, and you can see there's Raphael right there. Definitely looking better organized. There's that front that's sinking to the south. And I don't see a lot of smoke coming from California, but there could be definitely some smoke over there from those fires. I don't see a lot on the satellite, but there could be some smoke. Might be some smoke over Washington maybe, but that's Raphael. And definitely looking a lot better organized. Yeah, look at that. Wow, we're going to take a look at that in a moment here. That looks a lot better organized. Looks like it's strengthening quite nicely. I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes a major hurricane again. So here's Raphael right here. And yeah, look at those blow-ups. Very well-defined eye, too. Again, it's out in the Gulf, but it's definitely over some pretty warm water. It's got all the ingredients it needs, I think, to become a major hurricane again. I think it's going to reach Category 3 status. That's honestly what I think. Let's go and look at the Weather Prediction Center map, and you can see there's a front. There's a low running along that front, but that's just going to bring rain to the southeast. There's Raphael. Here's our storm in the southern Rockies, into the southern plains. It could cause some flooding. Let's go and look at our models now. Look at our weekend weather for us, for our area. Track Raphael moving over the Gulf of Mexico. Could strengthen a little more. High pressure builds in. But you notice the tighter isobars for tomorrow. Pressure gradient. And that pressure gradient will be with us a little bit on Saturday, but not as bad. But that's why there's a red flag warning in effect for tomorrow. That high starts moving offshore. And then Sunday night will finally be our next chance of some rain. And the model's now agreeing that we will see some rain from that. Though a lot of this is more from that system that's in the Midwest that might peel a little moisture off Raphael. And hopefully, again, bring us some rain that we desperately need here very badly. Let's look at the HRRR model. And so we're not going to have enough to... you can see there's a little bit of shower activity with that. But it's going to be dry. And you notice how tight those isobars are. Tomorrow, the isobars going to be tight. Tomorrow, into tomorrow night as well. And then Saturday, we'll finally see a little bit of a break from the wind as we get later into the afternoon. But if you think the dew points and wind flow, you'll see tonight we have that north wind, and it's going to become stronger and from the west tomorrow. We're still going to be on the warm side tomorrow and very low humidity. You can see dew points around 30, so that's why we have these wildfire conditions for tomorrow. And then the winds pick up even more tomorrow night. It's almost like there's a secondary cold front that comes through tomorrow night with some cloud cover, and that is going to shift the winds to the north, and dew points drop even further. So we're going to need that red flag. I have a feeling that red flag warning may need to be extended into Saturday. And then look at how low the dew points drop on Saturday, according to the HRRR teens. So the air mass on Saturday is going to be quite drier and colder, a little bit colder at least. So temperatures tonight dropping to the 40s perhaps. And then tomorrow is still going to be warm. We're going to still see temperatures probably, I think, getting close to 70 degrees in most locations. Tomorrow night is when we start to see those temperatures drop with that front. And the temperatures by morning could be in the 30s. And then much cooler on Saturday behind that front. Highs only in the mid-50s. Perhaps we'll be struggling to reach mid-50s. It's going to be a lot colder on Saturday than it will be tomorrow. So behind this front, going to be a big difference in the air mass for sure. As far as cloud cover goes, we'll look at tomorrow, the sounding here. I don't think we'll see much in the way of cloud cover tomorrow. And same thing there will be an area of clouds that comes in with that front. So if we go toward Saturday night, you'll see that there'll be some clouds with it. You can see the clouds right there, the stratocumulus that'll accompany that front. But that's all there will be with clouds. It will move through dry. I don't think there'll be any precipitation with it. Because the air mass is too dry for any rain to form. We'll just have some clouds, and that's it. Let's go look at the GFS. And again, we'll look at the dew points and wind flow of the GFS. You'll see the secondary front come through. There it is for Saturday. And then the winds turn for Saturday night, winds turn east, and then on Sunday we start seeing the winds become southwest again, and that brings in some moisture, which will bring us some rain. I really hope we see it. So let's go look at the temperatures tonight. Again, tomorrow it's going to be a little bit cooler than today, but not by much. We don't really start cooling off until Saturday. Then we'll start seeing some cool weather. Saturday night will probably be pretty chilly. Probably getting down to the 30s and maybe below freezing in the Pine Barrens. And then Sunday, we start seeing the temperatures start to warm up again, closer to 60 degrees with that southwesterly flow. Let's look at the cloud cover forecast. So here's our cloud cover forecast. You can see, again, mostly sunny tomorrow. It has some clouds to the north, mostly sunny. And then we have the front come through. And then Saturday, we're, again, mostly sunny. And then Sunday, we'll see the increasing clouds ahead of that system that we have here. And then behind that front, we'll have clearing conditions, and it will also probably be colder as well. If we go look at the temperatures just briefly. It still has it warm. Okay. Well, I'm not really going to talk too much about next week. We're just reviewing the weekend and this weather. So let's look at the RGM. Again, you'll see what happens tomorrow. So mostly sunny conditions, and then that front comes through. You can see the clouds that kind of mark it, and then Saturday's mostly sunny. And then we'll see increasing high clouds as we go throughout the day on Sunday. And then that's when this is the RGM model, all right? So this is the furthest one out that we have that could show us the rain as far as the shorter range models go. And you could see rain moving in probably after 9 or 10 o'clock on Sunday night. But it's mainly going to be on the light side. If we go to the GFS here and move this over to the radar, it'll mainly be on the light side, so you can see the rain there coming in. Really, it's not going to be a soaking. Total accumulated precip, probably maybe we can get a quarter of an inch to a half an inch, perhaps. But we really need inches and inches of rain. We're not going to see that from this. Let's look at some of the other models here. As far as Icon goes, that's not going to go out far enough. This is the Icon. A little bit wetter, perhaps. And the European. Here's the European. So not going to be a lot of rain, but it'll be enough at least. At least it'll be enough to help us a little bit. And we'll have a better idea of that as we get into Saturday night and Sunday night as far as how that's going to look. We just don't have none of the short range models. Go out that far. All right, the NAM does. The NAM's not looking too great, though. NAM's only giving us less than a quarter of an inch. This is as far as out as we've got here. The NAM not looking all that great with the rainfall, so we'll get something, but it won't be a lot. It won't be a lot. It's really not going to help with the drought that much, and maybe help the fire danger for a day or so, and that's it. But hopefully there'll be more rain down the pipeline with a stronger cold front as we hit to later in the week, but I'm not going to talk about that now. Let's go to the southeast, and we'll take a look again at some of the models when it comes to the tropical system here that we have. It does weaken as it moves it further west. And you can see the NAM does pull it. The remnants, it does pull. It gets peeled. It's like it gets peeled off a little bit by that front. But the actual center stays in the Gulf. Kind of interesting. So that kind of echoes what the GFS has been saying. So we're not going to see the whole thing get pulled up. It's going to be like a piece of it getting pulled up. Well, basically, I guess that's the best way to put it. Here's a GFS again, similar deal. You can see a little piece of it gets pulled off. Europeans, probably same deal again. A little piece of it. The Euro takes it a little further to the west. Euro doesn't even get it as far north. By the way, it's staying out in the middle of the ocean. But it could. I would not be surprised if it becomes a Category 3 before weakening again. So this is the European. It does weaken it as we head into Saturday. But tomorrow, it will reach its peak. It'll reach its peak in intensity, I think. We'll go and look at the windy.com because it gives us a nicer look. The hurricane. Go to the wind gusts here. You still see that white on there. So when you see that white, you know it could be strong. It may be on the strong side. But then as we head into tomorrow night, the white fades away. So I think we'll start seeing that weakening tomorrow night. But it'll be interesting to see if it winds up becoming a Category 3 again. There's a potential that it could. But again, it's in the middle of the ocean. You're only going to have the high surf. That's the only thing you're going to have to worry about. Let's go to the smoke model here, and that I haven't looked at in a while, but because we have all these wildfires around, I'm kind of curious to see if we see any of the smoke from any of them. It's not really doing such a good job showing it. It's mainly the fires are mainly out west. It's still showing some wildfire activity out west though, which is very interesting. Which makes me want to go back to the satellite image actually of this all. It's right. That's Raphael. So let's go to the southwest here and look at this. Yeah, I see a little bit of smoke. Not a whole lot here, though. But it seems like the HRRR seems to think this is going to flare up tomorrow because they do have red flag warnings in effect, and it's very possible. It's not really. It's really hard to predict what's going to happen with that. But we do have these fires in New Jersey that are going, so we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on that for sure. And again, these fires are. We have the red flag warning in effect tomorrow. Let's go to Ventusky, and we'll talk about the winds tomorrow as well. So, wind gusts, and we'll show you as we go into tomorrow. Those wind gusts are going to pick up. See, wind gusts 26 miles an hour, 26, 27 miles an hour, and even into the evening. When that front comes through, when that secondary cold front comes through, we may see wind gusts over 30 miles an hour. So that red flag warning should be going right through the evening. And honestly, I expect them to extend it. Humidity, low humidity, 30% humidity. By the evening, it's still pretty low. I mean, it goes up to 50. But with that wind, I'm really concerned about tomorrow. So we have a red flag warning in effect, and we could see a number of new wildfire starts and the existing wildfires continuing to spread in New Jersey. That's going to have to be watched for sure. So definitely pay attention to what's going on around you tomorrow because it may be a nice sunny day, but it's going to be very, very, very rough conditions for the wildfire, and that's going to continue, I think. Let's look at Saturday for a minute in the wind gusts. Later on, it's not too bad, but in the morning, yeah, look at this. 27 miles an hour. I think they're going to have to put this red flag warning in effect through Saturday. Yeah, it should be going through Saturday. I don't know why that they have it ending. If we look at it, just Friday. No, it needs to go through Saturday. No, I definitely need to have it through Saturday. So that's going to wrap this weather update up tomorrow. We'll be back with a more shorter one, but because of the red flag warning, I have to keep talking about these really dry, dangerously dry conditions that continue to persist. I hope and pray we get rain soon. Have a good night.